Welcome back to Workers and Resources. I'm gonna do a quick mic check just to see if my voice is fine. Sounds okay. Alright. We're back in our republic trying to develop our road network towards the harbor area. Next to Sasalis, I guess. Well, we have an Eastern Customs House, not really intending to use that. I do hope that we can get ships through here. I don't think we can flatten this anyway. I don't know. I hope the large container ships can get through here. That's the hope. But we also have the issue that the container ships will have to get to us first, and I think they will try to travel through this. And that might be impossible. We'll see. Maybe we'll have to settle for a smaller container ship. That might have to happen. Our bridge here is high enough with 53 meters to let container ships through, so that should be fine. And we are waiting on the construction of this area pretty much. What else are we going to do today? Well, we recently started our coal mine, so we have to see that we are producing enough coal, but by the looks of it, that won't be a problem. The other thing that we can do is maybe set up a steel mill. For a steel mill, I think the area in Karasna will have to be reworked. Right now we're exporting iron ore here, and we have a clothing factory. I think the clothing factory will have to be shut down at some point. We can still leave it running, but what will need to change is that we might develop this area back here into the iron ore processing location. Maybe getting rid of the fuel storage in that location and moving it over a little bit, and flattening this area out to hold iron ore processing plants. Our iron mine is at 63%. If we do a quick math on that, 4 tons for 250 people is exactly 1,000 tons of iron ore, and 63% would be 630 tons. So we can have 2 iron ore processing plants easily at 450, or 675 would be 3. For the steel mill, maximum input is 200, so 2 iron ore processing plants would be enough to have enough iron to run a steel mill at full capacity. So I think we're going to plan for this. 200 tons of iron and 375 tons of coal. No, I did not plan for that exactly. We only have 240 tons, so we might have to develop another coal mine or two. We'll see. Hello Sunshell, welcome. A little bit of an earlier stream today because I do have a race later today, and I did want to get another Workers and Resources stream in. So I guess we won't be running the steel mill at full capacity in the beginning, but we can plan for 2 iron ore processing plants here. I think we'll start with taking off some of the train line here, so we can't access the Molnar Customs House for a bit. Coal. Well, I mean, maybe we can have a second coal mine here, but I think we'll find a different area probably. Let's hope that our food production catches back up with our demand, so we don't have to import. We are not going to run any exports right now, and actually see what we produce. and see if the crops last or not. Oh yeah, and I also have to set up the fields. I should work on the fields. We did take down the power line, so it's probably a good idea to get the fields going now. We will put down a replacement power line right away. It went to this one, if I remember correctly. We're gonna go here, then past this hill on that side, and then to the customs house. I think that's what we will do. Get across the train tracks. Get past the hill. Past this hill. No, directly here. Somewhere here. And then here. So we have this area for farming, I think. You should love rail building. Hello Trisextan. Of course I do. Of course. Trains are fun. They are like road traffic, but they require more complexity. Every other logistic is... like ships are easy. You just need a deep enough river and need to make sure you have the harbor in place. Aircraft are a little bit more complex to set up, but they also don't get in each other's way once they start flying. But trains are like road vehicles in that they have junctions and intersections and they do get in each other's way, and it's kind of interesting. Can get quite complex. But yeah, I think we will do the rework of Kurazna, our starting settlement, as an attempt to get our iron ore processing in. Seems like that would make the most sense, instead of trying to find another iron mine area. And maybe we can find a way to export steel. Hello Shariashu, welcome. So the farming vehicles. I hope you're all having a good Friday. Start to your weekend. Farming vehicles will leave this way and this way. Just chilling, okay. I can accept that. Das ist hier wieder los, 2046, wo sind die Space Shuttles? They are currently unloading space crops in our food factory. They just landed. Space Shuttles are right here. They are multi-stage engines, so they have rockets in the back too. And they have a lot of carrying capacity. Acceptable. Thank you. But I think for the next launch we need more cargo. So we have to develop our extraction technologies and put more space drops in the area. Fields. I need to flatten this a little bit. I don't know if I have the terraforming vehicles here. I do. Okay. Hotel Ukraine. The last name was censored for me, so it just says ERSburg, so I don't remember what it was called, but yes. Hotel Ukraine will be necessary for maximum profits, I think. I don't know how we're gonna go with fields on this end. Okay. I don't know why it was censored then. A little bit of stone here, but that's... Oh no, there's a lot of stone here. No, there's not a lot of stone. It's just the road connection. Okay, the stone in this area will not do. So this will have to be covered by some roads. We have a stone section here. Did we have more stone here? Can't see it. There's more stone. redstone is fine. Then some smaller fields here. There's stone right on the road. Too much stone, yeah. Not sure why it was censored either, ages ago, American English. Okay. Willie Pete? Sure. Oh no, someone used it. I'm worried. Willie Pete was used for slang of white phosphor, but I don't think that's why it was censored. Where are stones? I only see a few of them right here. Oh, right. There's more here. Okay, then we'll just have a small field, I guess. Cutting off the farming area in this location. Something I forgot to tell you about the frog situation. Nah, I don't know if I want to know. You always have bad news about frogs. Oh god. Why? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Thank you. I didn't know. Those are acceptable good news. Those are always welcome. I almost. That's my job. Can't be helped. Can't get through here, I guess, but I can make that connection at least. That looks ugly. We'll just leave that other one alone, I guess. When will I stream with cam? Never. No cam. Otherwise... Yes, exactly. The only place where trains could be in the way is the refueling point. And there will be another crossing here to allow vehicles to get across if they want to. I was about to ask when will you stream without a cam, but that has resolved itself already, so I didn't need to. I think your viewer numbers went up a lot. Shame about the emote though. The humor. The humor. Okay, we don't want to get on this road, but we could have another side road next to it, I guess. And then there's too much rocky terrain here that we don't need. The road does not need to go this way, but it has to come back here. Next to the fence. The background was transparent, but you added it into a GIF and then you tried to change the GIF. You need to edit the size of the... well, you need to edit the size of the image before turning it into a GIF. That was the only thing you did wrong. First change the size and then turn it into a GIF, because the background was already transparent when I sent it. But I don't know if your software can increase the size with transparency. I don't know if your software does that. Well, we're spending a bit today making fields. Has to be done at some point. I guess today is the day. So much for making a steel mill. After those are in place, we can probably export again. Not that I am guaranteeing that we will. We might see how much we make first, crop-wise, and then make a decision on exports. Awesome. There's stone here too? Are you kidding me? And I guess we will have a road here. Going across the stone. That might actually could be a nice bit of corner here. So we have a oddly shaped field, but I guess it'll work. And we'll go back here. Not to a footpath, but to a road junction. After the autosave. Place a few, or one extra large field in here. Two small fields, maybe? One small field. 670 hotels, capacity increase from 105 to 800. Shouldn't the Ukraine hotel make 600 by itself? I thought it had a fairly high capacity. Oh, right. Different city. Going all in with the hotels then. More stone here, hard to see. I thought that wasn't possible. Cool, that worked. Too small. That does not look good. Okay, I think we're gonna start developing this area, so the farm has something to do during next summer. We'll make sure that the fields are actually assigned. Auto search to maximum and then prevent the farming vehicles from going out this way to the other fields. So no farming vehicles going into town. It should reduce the auto search to whatever we have to find up there as soon as they build the roads. And then the fields can assign themselves only to that farm, as long as we make sure that the other farms have the same thing. So the farms can only refuel. The farm vehicles can only refuel locally. And that's okay. September, almost all fields harvested, but the crops probably still need to be brought in. And then we'll finish the rest of the fields at some point. Yeah, that's still a few crops. But we still have a bit of time, so it's gonna be okay. I think, as I said, we will be taking down some of this rail line to open us up some space for a new refueling area that is going to be at the border. The tank might stay and be integrated into that. Not 100% sure yet. The pipe will have to be removed. Probably have to build the new refueling first before taking down the old one. But I do think this rail line has to go. And it'll be hooked up again somewhere around here, maybe. How high are we? It's 32. We want to be at about 42. So about here, in front of the signals. We can't take this down right now because it's still responsible for removing our waste, so we have to build a new rail line first. Never mind. I have to get terraforming vehicles here, otherwise it's going to be a chore. Let them drive over here, and then we'll start preparing this area for a new rail yard. And coal ore processing, iron ore processing is going to come down here and also be somewhere in this area, not too close to Kurasna to not get them polluted. Maybe over here with a new bus stop. Maybe a cableway station to get the 15 workers that we need per facility. Cableway cars would be pretty nice for that, I think. Small cableway station could handle that, no problem. The steel mill would be planned after the fact, after we had iron ore processing, so in the beginning we would still export it a little bit while we were setting up the new area. I'm not going to build everything at the same time. Road construction progressing nicely. Okay, then I think we can start building these roads here. Then get to the tunnels and then build this way. Closer to the new location from where we will continue terraforming. I also have to dig out the river, make sure that ships can go through here. I'm tempted to get more vehicles here, but I think we can just wait it out. It won't take too long. At least it's not hard rock. If we can't get container ships, then we'll have a problem. We should be able to get an eastern container ship at the very least. I would like the western one, but it's no guarantee. They did change the map, so the bridge in the northwest is gone, but I think there's a lot more that would need to be dredged out. If the western container ships can't get through around the map anymore. And if we need more terraforming vehicles to make a ship go through here, we'll do that at some other point. The ships only need to go here from the eastern border, but as I said, maybe they have to come in from the western side. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when it happens. The tunnel has been built. There's a little bit of construction left on that tunnel, so please get on that. Let's take it to our rail construction office. Jesus, that's a lot of workers in there. Is there no river barge with tugboat option? No, I don't think so. The other thing we can do is get the rail line through this location. I mean, even a tugboat would require the river to be dredged out and have enough room for the ship to actually move through, even without its own engine power. Slight curve in here. Back this way and around the edge. I don't think there will be any harbor in this location, so we're just gonna stay close next to the river. There might be, however, a road coming in next to the rail. And here comes the tricky bit, because we won't be able to flatten this underneath the bridge, except with the automatic flattening for laying down tracks, I think. We can get all the way to the bridge, but we can't flatten directly underneath it. Should still be possible with the rail lines, I hope. I'm not going to tear down that bridge for this. I just hope that it'll work. It does not work. A little bit of a bump here. I guess then we will have to resort to flattening with a building. Doesn't work. Let's try something smaller. That works. I think that's good enough. Yeah, sure. That will do. And then we have to make our own path along this hill line. The rail is not going to come up to this area, I don't think. We'll go all the way to the harbor first. I mean, it could go into the mountain with a tunnel. And then come up here. But I like the idea of it going along the river quite a bit. Just continue along. Same height, and then this one is at about, well, it's almost sea level, 3 meters. This one is 3.60, so we'd be at the correct height already. The road, on the other hand, we do have a road coming through here. This is our old road for terraforming the rail line. I don't know if we have a road down here, but if we have a road, then I think that one would definitely come through here and connect to the main road. And maybe go to the harbor as well, but probably just connect to the main road since it already exists. So this area down here will probably technically only be necessary for the rail line, nothing else. We have tough terrain here. Kind of wants me makes me tunnel through that. I think we're gonna do that. I don't want to terraform these. They're too hard. We're just terraforming through them. We're just tunneling through them, sorry. So our rail line will come down this way, and then about this way. Not sure yet, but this should give us an easy connection here. And then the other rail line is just in parallel to the existing planned one. And maybe there will be a settlement here. There's enough room for a rail connection coming off of this to settlements, bringing supplies. Road connection wise, there could be a road coming down here. We still have to bring the other road in as well. I don't know if we have the terraforming vehicles there yet. Not yet. So this is the other main road past Sagadoa, going more forward towards the middle and / northwest of the map. Whereas the one we are planning right now is going west-southwest. And yeah, then it would continue on from there. Can't terraform any further than that right now. That would happen later. I'm gonna try and get that curve a little bit wider if it will let me. That's much better. Pretty smooth track. Build here, we will need a junction. And by junction I mean, yeah, a junction. Junction is correct this time. I didn't say crossing. Ooh, got it correct. We'll need a junction from where they can continue building this way. And then The rail construction vehicles should be able to do that. They will get stuck at first. I think we didn't put the signals here correctly yet. There was not an intention to run rail traffic through this right now. They can get to each side. But yeah, once we have the junction in, we can put down signals to set them up correctly. For the time being. We'll have to change our existing signals to chain signals, so only one train is allowed on each side. Or remove them all, but I think I can just change them over. Pretty long tunnel. Did that all in one go. Pretty long bridge. Also only one train allowed on each side. Where is our next place where trains can cross over? This one. Okay, then it's set up correctly, I guess. Check next one. Yeah, that should be fine. We could lengthen the one-way path a little bit, but won't be necessary right now. Incinerator area working much more efficiently. How's the pollution looking because of that? It's fine. Yep. I guess since we don't have waste lying around that much anymore, then we're also generating less pollution. Even if the incinerator is running full tilt. Definitely have more throughput now. So rail construction office has a lot of workers. We could lower that amount, putting more workers onto our rail line, which might be a good idea. But then again, we don't really have coal supply issues, nor do we have brick supply issues. So more workers seem like they aren't necessary, as long as we have enough chemicals, I guess. And those looked fine last time too. Yep, we have enough of everything. So Segadoaha could grow without problem, because we could just put them into the mine, the chemical plants, etc. and find work for them. But I think maybe connecting Kolata and or improving or preparing the area for Kurasna is the right choice. We really put off connecting Kolata for quite a bit. I think we should plan the rail line to connect to it, which would come off of a junction. This is too steep, I think, but this should work here. Terraform, flatten this out, get a cut through here, come down this way, and hook up into the rail line. I'll need some terraforming vehicles for this. And we'll bring them over here, I guess. In the meantime, we can take a look at Segadoaha, at Kurasna. My English is really the yellow from the egg. Thank you very much. I can't think of a German pun into English that is like a positive thing, I would have said. Thankfully it's not for the cat, but yeah. Those are all negative turned to positive. Terraforming vehicles. They are available now. We set slightly in front of the signals at about 42 meters. It's quite the hill. I don't think we can remove all of that hill. That would be kind of ridiculous. We'll have to smoothen it out and find a way to get the train station, the refueling point, the new train line in this area. We'll cut the mountain down the hill a little bit, but most of it will stay. We'll remove like 8 to 12 meters off of it. So yeah, otherwise it'll be too high. Still haven't caught up with production, it looks like. I guess we can put the rail yard on top of this flat bit. As long as it's within range of a fire station. We would double track our rail line in the future. That means we need 2 bridges. I think we'll just have to rebuild a new train line parallel to this slight corner going into the new setup. And we shouldn't really be afraid of just going across the road either, I guess. I think it should still be a bridge. For old time's sake. We'd have a refueling point here. Oh, right. Yeah, those we will only be able to hook up once we remove the other rail line, because the rail line here is too close to the road, so we can't get any other connection through. But once we remove it, it'll be possible. How far do the fire stations go in this area? Unclear. Let's put some sections into the road here to see how far they would go. I guess they can't travel through this area right now. In the future they will be. Yeah, they seem to have good range here. Let's test it a little bit further. They can go further. Seems like maybe this area is the end. So we shouldn't stray too far away from that. Might have to relocate a fire station to be closer to this. Presumably we'll just have the road come through here and provide emergency services in this area. Now, we do have a repair station with a depot, so we won't need that. We just need a new refueling point, and we also need the potential to have the iron ore processing in this area. So actually we will be bringing people towards this, probably by bus. Although we're not really set up to bring people here by bus from Hellas. And maybe the rail connection from the iron mine waste storage also needs an upgrade. Double track that one. I think this could remain a single track, but we should, when we change this, double track it so when the train comes down here it doesn't block anything else. This area would be freed up, would be a gentle slope going up here. For a rail line it's going to be pretty steep. But we can't have everything. So I guess if workers go here we will have a fire station regardless. So we don't really need to be in range of the logging fire station. Iron, and the iron processing would come off the iron mine. We would skip the storage or go off of it. Just use this for the construction waste. And try to just run the iron ore down here. It's very rocky. I don't know if it makes sense to build them in this area. Maybe everything has to be on this side. It's gonna get narrow with the train line though. Otherwise we'll build the iron processing up here. Two iron processing plants would be enough for a steel mill. I guess they aren't that large. We would have incoming iron ore and then outgoing iron down the hill to a train loading station. Alternatively, we have them also over here for a bus route. And we would have to set up a route that comes down this hill somehow. I think I like the area over here for that. I don't think we need a settlement for it, because it is basically a reworking of what Korasna is doing. Train tracks. We would need some time to switch it over. I mean, this electricity will also go away, so in theory we can probably have a double track here. No, is it getting stuck at the power line? Or yeah, it's getting stuck at the power line, not the road. At least it doesn't seem like it'll have a problem going over the road. Yeah, the road will be fine. It's just the power line. Then we can have the other. We can reuse this. We just have to. We just have to get rid of the power line, basically. Redo this power line a little bit, which will shut down the iron mine again. Redo the power line. Then we are hooked up here. Can double track this. This will have to... This can basically serve for incoming trains to go into the depot. On this side, I don't know. We'll probably put another connection in here. The power line will have to be removed, yeah. We'll figure something out. And we might also have to double track this area. Or we just have a short section of a single track here, which I guess would also work. So it's double tracked all the way here, single track over the road, back to double tracked to the rest of the setup. So we have a single track here, and our loading gate, which will only do construction waste after, I guess. And then the iron trains would have to go down this way. So something like that. The iron trains can come this way for refueling, the other trains can go through here. This area will be a single block, including this, where no train can stay parked. And then it continues double tracked here into the new refueling area with the iron ore processing plants and a fire station for the whole thing. The iron ore comes from this location, so the input should be somewhere in this area. The rail line will come down on the right side. That is where the loading will be. Concept. I'll have to figure out the connection here to the loading station in this area. There will be a fire station here. And we still need the refueling point, which can be back here, I guess. Howdy, comrade. Are you having a happy Friday? Are you having a happy Friday so far? Yeah, it's going well, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. Multiple construction trains in this area. Did I forget a signal? Maybe. Looks like it. Otherwise there wouldn't be trains on this block now, would there be? This one. Is there another one here? No. Then I don't know how the other one got there, but they might be able to get past each other, we'll see. Oh, this one. Chain. Only one train allowed. So this train will have to be sent home early, and then another train will get stuck that we need to care about. Take care about. But hopefully after that we don't have to intervene anymore, and they can build the rest by themselves. Health is up to 90% thanks to our alcohol research. There's still some excessive alcohol usage, but it should be going down over time. Terraforming vehicles here have not arrived yet. We'll cut the rail line through this area. Road connection will happen later. And once we have everything in place with the rail line, we might actually be able to set up an oil power plant and reuse our oil for something useful as well, other than chemicals and export. So here we would have an aggregate loading station across There we go. That would be the loading station. And then all of them would combine into a single track. We would have 150-meter long trains here before it all combines and yeah, sends out the iron for delivery. The tank probably also has to be relocated. I don't know if we want a fuel delivery system in this area or if it should stay truck-based. I mean like a single train that brings fuel to this location. Could be useful. And we'd go up this hill and try and find a path to our current iron ore storage to hook it up. We could relocate our construction waste storage if we need to, because we are not making that much here anyway. I mean, this whole old loading station could basically be phased out, but I do think that if we use it for construction waste, wouldn't be a problem. Maybe we could set up metal scrap and construction waste and load it from this area if we do further recycling, but I don't think we will have that much. We would need such a setup for metal scrap next to our recycling plant, I think. Anyway, I think I'll set up a refilling point here. So we'd have a short train arriving here bringing fuel. I think back here is probably fine. And then it would output into a storage tank, and the storage tank would be connected to the refueling point. That should go over the road, no problem. No train should really be parked on that area anyway. This will be 150 meters here. And then we can make it so that no train stays on this. So fire emergency services can get there no problem in case it catches fire. Speaking of which, we'll get a fire station. A little bit too narrow, then we'll place it here. And road-wise, I guess I wanted this road connection. Probably across here. So the fire station is in the way. So I guess right now I have it planned with no run-through track, so no way for the waste train to hook itself up into this. It would probably be a train line coming through here, across the road, and hooking up into our existing network. So we can build this one first, probably. connection. If we build this one first, and we can take down this whole rail line here. The way to the customs house would not be double tracked, I think. Okay, one of the construction trains is probably waiting too long now. So they are probably getting in each other's way right now. Everything seems to be okay down here. So the construction train must be somewhere on the track. If they are getting in each other's way, they might not. They're just waiting long for building. Since we have a lot of rail line constructions at the same time, they're all trying to go through the same section of track, I guess. We'll get a few messages about it. Still no terraforming vehicles here. Maybe we can have this go around approximately the same height as the hill that we've entered it here. That would be about this height. And yes, this can be a somewhat janky rail line. It's just for a waste train to get out of the area. I think that's acceptable. And I guess we'll have the customs house disconnected for a while until we figure something out. Probably just this rail line hooking back up into the other track. About here. That would be the easiest. But right now the waste train has priority. That's too close. Won't work. $150 iron ore trains. Yeah, I mean... doesn't look that great. But neither does the other one. There we go. And the refueling station doesn't need to be that long. Just to have a little bit of fuel supply here, so we don't have to have trucks go and pick it up from the customs house, I guess. I guess we'll pick that and make it work instead. There we go. And then in front of all of these will be one place where the trains will have to move through, and pick the lane here. So they can leave if they're already on the correct train. They have to go through it if they need to switch. I think that's gonna be fine. And this would be our new rail line. This is our right side lane, our perspective. Which would come down here. Probably get rid of the gravel road so we can make the connection, and once that is in place and we have built our rail line to the waste storage, we can get rid of the other train lines and get everything in place. So we'll start with the removal of the gravel road. And after that is done, we will be building the rail line, building that one. That's annoying. That is so annoying. You're not gonna wait until unloaded anymore. I hate this. I want a distribution office. So bad. Didn't happen here though, but yeah, I guess these trucks will just... It could be one truck going through all the farms, but I guess we'll just have two trucks constantly bringing fuel here. Let's make sure we can bring the harvest in. It's because we have fertilizer and fuel and repairs and everything going over the same two connections. And without a distribution office, they do get in each other's way a little bit. Three trains. Okay, which train is heading back here right now? Excellent. I mean, you're not heading back, but you're almost at the switch. And yeah, I guess once these ones are done, we can double track it all the way up to this area. And that will help get the construction trains to the construction sites way faster. I don't know why they sometimes get stuck without repairs. Vehicles on its way, on road to repair station, yes. On road to repair station, yes. But why did you not get repairs? You're only 44 years old. I think these vehicles are slowly becoming obsolete and we should replace them with better ones. I think I'll do that right now. We'll give them brand new vehicles to go to the logging camps. I think it's probably fine sending you to the scrapyard directly. Let's make you all leave, please. And then get replacement vehicles. Something a little bit more fancy. Okay. All vehicles supposedly heading here are going to the scrapyard, meaning we can just give them some newer cars. I think for logging the Tavria is probably fine. Value. I think that's probably the car that we're gonna choose. It went out of production in 1998. Oh. We have to pick one car, so... Logging car. Okay. Parking lot has new cars. First come, first serve, I guess. Don't cause too many traffic jams while going to the scrapyard. Okay, I'm a little bit scared about me ignoring the food missing resource warnings. Valenciava. Did I must have... Oh god. Oh god, I accidentally stopped the food truck. I thought I just stopped the export trucks, but I did stop a food truck. Valenciava food. I guess I'll just put it here and please bring them food because they were probably all already starving. Tell me if a good is missing, thank you. Population hasn't dropped yet, so maybe we're still fine. I'll get another truck for you. And we'll grab another truck for the supplies in this area. Valenciava, this one. Okay, let's hope that, yeah, let's hope that this will resolve the issue and we'll be bringing food here again. Because the people are hungry. We still have 580 21-year-olds without their own flats, so presumably we'll be fine. But of course we shouldn't make people starve. Okay, who's delivering food up here? You are. Excellent. Yep, bunch of people want food. Understandable. We'll increase the ability to sell food for a little bit so everyone can grab some in both facilities. Hopefully they'll deliver it here too. Where is that truck anyway? Okay. Issue resolved, I guess. Alright, food problems resolved. I thought it was just the warehouse complaining all the time, but they actually had a food shortage up here. Okay. Bunch of complaints about culture, criminality. Let's hope that the crime didn't flow over in this area. Overflow. Nope, police is on the case. Police is... No excess crime yet. Maybe if we had it bumbling around like that for a little bit longer it would have caused issues, but it appears to be fine. Terraforming equipment has arrived in this area, so we can set up the rail line. At least I believe we can. Not all the way. Or we can cut through both mountains, creating the cuts, and then the rest, I guess, we just use the existing terrain here. Just follow the terrain. We'll use the rail lines to get this in nice and smooth. Apparently it's too steep. Then we'll flatten it down a little bit. Train will come through this way. As an option, main road probably this way. go out that way. Okay, that would be our rail line going towards Kolata. Delivery of vehicles to be scrapped, etc. After all of that is built, we can also take down our temporary rail line, which has been in existence for just a few years. It served us well, but I think we have to put our temporary rail line behind us. yeah, we can build this from our existing setup. It will be doing that automatically. Okay, you can't head back because something's in your way. Or is it just a junction? I'm just gonna teleport you home. Road construction wise here, if we continue terraforming this, it would flatten out along this way, come down here, go down, follow the rail line, probably cut across, and road bridge into the mountain on this side. And then it would continue straight through the mountain instead of following the rail line. Well, we'll build the tunnels and then we can continue building, I guess. After the tunnels are done, we can resume all of the construction tasks. We'll take down the other rail line once the new one is in place. I guess we could leave it to access Molnar. Do we have another customs house? Molnar is our best bet. This one would be for the harbor area. We need to keep Molnar connected somehow. I think it'll be through our existing rail line, but yeah. It'll have to come off of this one. Sorry, this way. So that shouldn't be a problem. But first, we gotta remove this road, get the new rail line connected here too, assign the rail construction, get the waste train hooked up to a new connection so we can rework this area. And I also need to change the power line, as I said. To get this double tracked, at least up to here, and then we have a short section that is not double tracked. Unless of course we change this as well. We remove all of this, double track it all the way to across the road. I guess that would be the better choice, wouldn't it? We will only have a short train left here. And won't really need that much distance. It would be a train with like 1 or 2 train cars for construction waste. Just waiting here until fully loaded and then either exporting it or at some point bringing it to our construction waste gravel processing plant facility somewhere. Not really planned its location yet. Right now exporting is better because we're not making that much. I guess we haven't really... What are we doing with construction waste next to our coal mine? We're not doing anything with it, right? It should also be loaded here and not just pile up in this area. So we would need another construction waste storage and loading station. Well, the loading station we have, but just the construction waste storage is what we need. And then we can drop it off into this. And have a train here too, picking up construction waste all the time. That would be good enough. That would be our construction waste storage for the area. We'll get that in place. And tell our technical office that it can drop construction waste here. We'll assemble a train with 2 train cars for aggregates, and that will be on construction waste duty. I'm not going to tell the coal trains to do that. And the iron trains will also have that task removed once we switch them over to hauling iron instead of iron ore. And they're not going to export anymore, but bringing it to the steel mill instead. I do think I have plenty of trains left. So I think a double one is going to be sufficient. Right, heading towards the scrapyard. Coal mine. Move here, load construction waste, and export, I guess. Until we have a gravel recycling plant. But right now that's not necessary. Okay. We just need to build the storage. We have to switch over the technical service to drop it off into the correct storage. And everything will be in place. The technical office doesn't have to drive very far anymore to get rid of the waste. Right now it's piling up a bit. And it's basically ending up in the mixed waste storage, but we will fix that. This will basically fix that, I believe. We'll allow more workers onto these construction sites. The tunnels built a little bit faster. Digging the tunnel will be raw manpower, so allow as many workers as possible in that. We'll have to plan for a gas station. That one, or 2 gas stations. That one should be next to Duseni because there's currently a gas station here. And I don't want vehicles heading off of the main road for refueling. So there will be 2 gas stations in this location. With 1 vehicle for refueling each. Just a little bit of a flatter angle here. And this one too. It's too steep. Guess it won't change much. Get those gas stations in place, and for vehicles traveling along the main road, they don't have to drive off to the city to refuel. They will be able to do that in this location. Getting low on alcohol here. Alcohol is brought by you. So we need to increase alcohol, I guess. What are we set here to? This is 20%. No, this is 30%. This is 20%. So that's 50. Then that's 70. That's 90. Sure. I don't know what else to carry. I mean, if we can fix our alcohol that way, we have 10% spare. Sagadoara heating. Wait. Oh no, I thought you were on that road, going towards Hellas, but nope, you're on the right track. That's the wrong end station though. It's a horrible end station. That would be correct. This junction is getting a little bit busy with the construction work in this area. Okay, so we're bringing twice as much alcohol over now. That should hopefully deal with the problem. This one is low on food. We still have crops here. We're still producing at full capacity. But it appears like we are using all of our food. At least right now. Yeah, this is the truck we stopped. The one that was the mistake. Wait, are we still running export then? No, we removed the truck from that completely. Well, we removed it into the warehouse and then it basically got used as a replacement vehicle for some other route. Where a vehicle went into the scrapyard and needed a replacement. Okay, so we're not producing enough food, I guess. We can verify that. Production last month, 400 tons. Consumption, citizens, 332. It should be enough, but I guess we still haven't filled our storage spec up. Mainly this one, so now that this one is full, hopefully it'll be fine and not running into too many problems anymore. Also, we're currently producing at 70% productivity because of the building maintenance. We might need a settlement on the other side here, so we can get road clearing services in place. To the right we have large open space, but I would like to keep that for some purpose. I don't know what to put there yet. But I guess we could have a small settlement that at some point grows into something larger. Kolata is going to be the next settlement to do that before we put any snowplows here. Okay. You go ahead and build. Wait, yeah. Thought so. Oh, you're moving back. Okay. What train is in your way? You're on the left side. Why is there a train on the way? Wait, what? Chain signal? Chain signal. That train should not have been allowed to enter that area. Oh well. We do have sufficient amount of alcohol, it just needs to be carried over slowly by the truck that we have set to carry it. But it was 5 tons and now it's 6 tons, so I think the truck will catch up and fill the storage back up to what it should be. Don't think we've done a lot of road construction yet. A little bit. And we moved all of our road construction equipment out of this area. I think I'll get some in its place again. So we'll get like 2 or 3 free construction offices and just send them some vehicles. And then once they're done, they can just be dumped in here. It's a little bit wasteful, but what can you do? Copy the sources. Two pavers, 2 rollers, and the rest will be dump trucks. And hopefully they can get all of this built. Without us having to do anything. They need workers, they have to use the other construction office with the buses. But that should get a lot of the construction already off our shoulders. I think we're going to move you to our depot next to Malna. Because right now I don't have any purpose for you. Wait. That's not cool. Why are you on that block? It's a chain signal. You're not supposed to be on the return trip. You know what? Go home. Get out of the way. Why is it green? Okay, that's better. I assume there's 1 or 2 trains building something right now. One is heading back. I need to assign the construction office to the switch. And then we can fix the rail line up to here. Once those are done, we can one-way track it up to this point. And then the rest of the construction should not get in the way anymore. Means we have to place a bunch of signals here. Road demolition is done. Let's get the rail line in place. We're basically only building a single track right now, because the other one will be built once we can build the double track. We still have the bridge to build. So all we need is the rail line, not that one. Well, I guess it's fine. We need the rail line that goes this way. And hooks up our new waistline train track. And yes, the rail construction office will have to travel a bit, but it's only a single track. I really should keep this open. It's still scary, but this is the other warehouse. It's the food alcohol production. Yeah, we'll just name it Food Alcohol Production Valenciana. If this one is filled again, we're safe. I thought a single food factory would be enough. I guess maybe their productivity went down because they were starving. And I'll have to recover first. How much food did we make last month? $330 tons, with the citizens consuming 335 tons. So we're almost at capacity. I thought we would have way more food though. I guess we're only producing at 50% right now. We do have enough water. Is it just the general discontent here, I guess? Seems like the productivity should be way higher. Still the building maintenance, I guess. Waiting for some brick deliveries. Guess we'll just have to wait. And then once productivity is back, we will have excess production. And I guess we won't be loading it into containers. Maybe we'll set up another food production and then we can supply containers with that. Or maybe we'll just have a food production inside the harbor area itself, directly into containers. Not put down rail signals here, so they can't build both lines at the same time. I did put them down in this area, but I did forget them on this side. Well, once they've reached this area... Oh, well, no, let's do it right away. We can put a signal here, because that one is not being built right now, but the other train is heading back, so they should now be able to continue building this without getting in each other's way. This looks a little bit heavy. How it works. We'll have to get 2 fuel tankers and keep the gas stations filled. One of them will need the ability to turn around, and I guess we'll just have that underneath the bridge here. Otherwise they'll have to travel quite far to find another point to turn around on. Can't even do it here. Tunnel digging phase underway, 6,000 workdays each. Once the winter is over, vehicles should be arriving here much more frequently. But even right now they arrive with enough time to actually build things. But we might need another settlement, an intermediate settlement, before we get here. Travel distances are getting quite long. Or just a temporary snowplow. Technical service, I guess, would also do it. Snow melting also helps. Maybe for my next run I can keep the construction pace as high without having the pauses in between. But whenever you're short on money, you really need to be careful, I guess. provide power in this area. I'm wondering if I should put another switch and transformer down. We just need another transformer, basically. We have a switch here. Oh, game is hanging. Okay. Maybe because I took the trees away from the logging vehicle or something. I don't think we need enough electricity, a lot of electricity. The ore processing plants require 300 kilowatts. We'll be fine with a 5 megawatt underground wire, I believe. And then we'll redo some of the wires. This transformer is going to be good because it's going to be in... Wow, it really doesn't like me removing the trees. It's hanging again. Don't crash, I guess. Come on. I already released my mouse cursor. Game is still hanging. Didn't crash yet. I don't know what's going on. I did not like that at all. Feels like the game is stuck in an endless loop. I guess I just have to shut it down. But it did not crash. Well, I guess we'll close it. Very strange. I don't know. Let's see when our last save was. Last autosave a minute ago. So I guess I dropped the power line exactly on the autosave or something? Let's see what we have. Slightly earlier. I didn't want to do that. I went here, one down, and then here. Oh, this one wasn't even connected. If this is a reproducible thing, then I guess I'm gonna drop a save here. Seems like it's crashing. Okay. We'll close the program again, we'll drop a save, and then I see if I can reproduce it before submitting it. Sounds right. Yep. Might have something to do with the logging, I don't know. We don't need to get that power connection going right now. It will be necessary later, so I guess I'll try off stream if I can remove the trees and place it down without the game crashing, but right now let's drop a save. Then save back over our regular save, so I don't accidentally overwrite this by mistake. Okay, we'll leave this be, get this constructed, and yeah, I'll figure out the connection later. We'll have to get the connection in with all of the refueling point before we can make this one obsolete, I think. Basically this one. We still need our storage tank connected. And the road connection will happen after we can take off this rail line. So right now we're building the new rail line to the waste storage, after which we can take off this rail line. And then we can hook up a road to this area, which it won't let us do right now. Another road that we could build is one off of this location, and then coming in this way. I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh. Wow, it really does not like me taking down those trees. Maybe they're a little bit dense. It was hanging again, but it did not crash or lock itself up. Yeah, it really doesn't like me terraforming this. Do I want this to be gravel or asphalt? It's not supposed to be the main road, it's just in case the fire station wants to travel here to support this area. I guess it should be gravel. And that means this road should be gravel again, right? We'll leave this one asphalt. And we also need to build a bus stop on the entrance here to bring the workers to this area. And all they have to do is keep the ore processing facilities manned, as well as bringing workers to the fire station. The fire station, which we will have to rebuild. And the road connection for that conveyor was supposed to come around this way, but we do have to move it a little bit, I think. Last time I tried this, I couldn't get the road connection out of it. This might be a bit difficult, and we might have to remove the road again. But that's not a problem. I think it's going to be easy setting this up. Should easily find a path over the rail line, as long as it's high enough. can place it down without the road being squiggly. I would like that. Well, we can have a little bit of a curve here. That is not going to be too difficult, or the end of things, or anything. And yes, this one will get in the way of the conveyor now. And then hook up into the road that we have planned here to connect down to the main road. And the fire station will probably be here. Let's not do that road. That is all our connections for the factory. We'll have to get that in place first before we plan the connection for the road. We do need conveyors here. Still gotta make sure that we can get a connection across. So the road will have to wait. And then we will need a road going past here through the current rail line, I guess. This doesn't look too great, does it? Well, I guess the service road can also go into the main road. Doesn't have to connect to this one. That was just a thought that I had. Having all of the complex on its own road off of the main road here. Okay. This one is still being built. I don't think that's your task. But if the train is heading here, right now, then all we need to do is get it set up. I'll probably mess with 1 or 2 trains. But I'm willing to accept that. On this side we still have to build the tunnel, otherwise the trains can't head back. But with the next construction task it should be done, right? That is a different one. That is the construction task we want. You move through and build the tunnel, please, and then we can finish hooking up the rail line signals. Lots of construction vehicles causing a little bit of a traffic jam at the rail construction office. To be expected, I guess. This is going to be construction waste. And now construction waste is assigned here. Don't think we have any other... Maybe you have construction waste. Yes, you do. Going to Krasna, which is way too far away. Now we have a local drop-off point. And also our demolition office locally can now drop construction waste here. And the train will be able to load as soon as we finish the construction of the conveyor. Which hopefully won't take too long. Maybe I should have left this as a single, too wide road, but I didn't think we needed. Slowly making progress towards Kolata. Yeah, Kolata will have to grow a little bit. We'll also have to set up proper electric infrastructure here because they're all still connected with a small, medium voltage switch from the beginning. So that rework will have to happen fairly soon. Especially when they get their own power plant, an oil power plant locally. There's a lot of question marks around what's going on. Did I mess up with the traffic signals? I don't understand. Do you have a field assigned to you that you shouldn't have? These ones should all be you. This field. Wait, what? No, 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 you're not supposed to do that field. Get those unassigned. You're supposed to be for this farm. A little bit of confusion here. What are you doing? Nope, that's also not your field. I guess we will have to turn off auto search and get everything in place manually. Because right now they're not working how they're supposed to. I did put the no farming vehicle signs in place last year. So this is the first year where they're basically segregated into different sections. And they... wait, why are you running? Chemicals. Coal. Yes, wait until unloaded, please. No need to run around half empty, I think. Oh no, it is. We only have that unloading station. You can't wait until unloaded. Right. We do need to set up the conveyors for this. From our coal storage down to this one. We can probably get a little bit more distance with that conveyor by just flattening the terrain out. It was just having a little bit of terrain collision, that shouldn't be a problem. Ideally I would like to get as far as I can within the range of the power line. Like that. Next one. Probably not able to get a connection here, because the railroad is elevated. Maybe if I had a higher tower here, it would work. How far can we go? $250 meters. Okay. So we'll need at least 2 more towers, maybe 3. Still don't know if I can get out of the coal storage area. Yes, I can. Probably have to elevate the terrain here. It will be nice if we can get this connection in, because we might just still be in range of a power line for power connection for all of them, so we don't have to set up another substation. Or this might just be way too far. Which is the other option. But then we can just draw a medium voltage wire off of the power plant, and it basically just feeds itself its own coal. This one should be in range here. Steep of an angle to get it constructed, I guess. I mean, we do have to raise it up. I think it is too low for this to look nice. So I guess we'll follow the main road with the conveyor and then just hook it up here in some way. We'll use that instead. Fire station could be relevant for this. That is a very steep slope. That is not so steep. I should be safe enough for emergency services to deal with like any fire here. We'll have a power line that goes directly to the power plant, I guess, so it can feed itself its own supply, or should I just... I should just use an existing connection. Yeah, let's use an existing one. We'll stay close to the road with this. Existing power line and all that. Okay, so I guess that will make the coal train obsolete once it has been fully constructed. And we'll have our own coal supply here. That means these conveyors can basically be removed at that point. And the train also phased out. A little bit of supply issue here apparently. Passenger trains waiting. Why is there a train out of fuel? Okay. Need to build another train fuel station, I guess. Thankfully, since we took down some of this area, it shouldn't be too difficult to get another fuel station in this location. After we bring the bulldozer over here. The other option would be having one over here. It's basically our gravel train moving gravel to the chemical plant area. We could also move that train through the end station. That would put it onto a passenger track here. We did not build an end station in this location. Gravel, you can go back on your route and there's a fuel station next to you. But yeah, I guess we will have to build a fuel station next to the incinerator so that gravel train can refuel. It'll be behind the depot and there will be a single rail line going here that they can use. I don't think I'll have to terraform anything. That is unfortunate. Then I guess we need to plan the road connection from this one. Yeah, that would work. And this is really just a maintenance road. We could put the fuel supply somewhere different with a small tank. I don't want to build that. stop raising this up higher and higher. So we'd have a truck here bringing the fuel. Train line would go past this building. And they could use this to refuel in the area, so the gravel train wouldn't run out of fuel anymore. I guess. Bunch of construction waste here. Can we get this built, please? Increase priority. I guess we don't have that many buses in Segadawaha, if I'm seeing things right. Oh, they're bringing workers to the tunnels right now and ignoring all of the other construction tasks, which is not that dangerous or problematic. But I do feel like these ones should have low priority. We have other construction jobs that need to finish right now. I could have also left it at 100, but as soon as they are building the tunnel, they should send as many workers there as possible. Okay. A little section of train track here for some reason. Must have misclicked. That looks pretty good. Tunnel is probably done. Yep. Okay. Now the construction trains should be able to get there pretty quickly. But we do have to reassign them again. I guess this is also not necessary because this was just... because we already have a pretty long rail line here. But now we can assign the other construction jobs again. If they unassigned themselves. And they didn't. So it's all set up still. Just takes a bit. We'll have to assign that one though. Let's put a signal down first. A mixed signal. One train allowed at a time to refuel. I think this is completely obsolete. This was for gravel, I think, at some point. We have found another solution for gravel storage, so that plan can be removed. One bus, 50 workers. Construction will finish, and then we can remove the construction waste from the area. Okay. Well, today's gonna be a shorter stream. I do have a race in about 1.5 hours, and I do need to get some food, so I think we'll be putting a cut in here. We've set up a bunch of construction tasks, and we've made some progress. Next time, hopefully, we can continue our construction in Krasna, which I'm kinda excited about, and shift over our waste train onto the new train line. Demolish all of this old stuff after we've put the new one in place. But yeah, right now we just need the replacement train line to come up first, so we can take down the old track and get everything connected. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Why are we lacking mechanical components? I guess we're building too many conveyors right now. I'll be back tomorrow with more workers and resources. Until then, I wish you a good start to your weekend. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Take care. All the best. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.